So when you hear the word lean, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For a lot of us, it's these super complex charts, maybe a factory floor, or consultants using all this jargon. It just feels like something for the experts, right? But what if that's all wrong? What if at its core, lean is actually simple?
So here's our game plan for this explainer. We're going to start by getting lost in that lean labyrinth of confusion. Then we'll hit you with a simple, bold claim that kind of changes everything. After that, we'll go back to basics, learn 3 super simple rules, and finally figure out how to turn all this talk into action.
Okay, first up, let's dive right into the lean labyrinth. And you know what? Let's just admit it. That feeling of being intimidated is totally normal. Why does this idea that's supposed to make everything more efficient feel so, well, overwhelming?
And this is the big question, isn't it? This is the one that stops most of us in our tracks. There's this idea out there that lean is some kind of secret club you need a special certification for, a system so rigid and complicated that only a specialist could ever really get it. And I mean, look at this. This slide is a perfect example of why it feels that way. You just hit this wall of foreign-sounding words. Kanban, Kaizen, Pokeyork. I mean, come on. These terms might be useful in some situations, but for the rest of us, they create this huge barrier. It feels like you have to learn a whole new language just to understand the basics. It's no wonder people just check out. Okay, but now let's just push that whole wall of jargon to the side for a second. We're going to pivot and look at a simple, really bold claim that gives us a totally different way to think about all this. That's it. That's the whole claim. After staring at all those confusing terms, this one little sentence, it feels kind of revolutionary, doesn't it? Getting lean is easy, actually. Wow. I mean, that one idea pretty much challenges everything we were just talking about. So if it's so easy, what is it really? All right. So if we're going with the idea that lean is easy, then let's get back to basics. Let's strip away all that jargon and find out what's really at the heart of this thing. What is lean if it's not about all those fancy charts and certifications? Well, here it is. This is the simple definition. Lean is really just a mindset that focuses on 2 things: maximizing value and eliminating waste. That's it. So first, you figure out what your customer really values. And that customer could be a paying client, your boss, heck, even your family. Then you look at everything you're doing and find the stuff that doesn't help create that value. That's the waste. So this is the big mental shift right here. The myth is that lean is this outside thing you have to buy. You know, the tools, the consultants, the training courses. But the reality is that lean is an inside thing. It's a mindset. It's just a way of looking at your own work and constantly asking, does this add value? And is there anything here I can just get rid of? Okay, so we've got the mindset down. Now let's get practical. How do we actually do this? Well, we can break it all down into 3 simple rules. This is the core of the whole thing. And honestly, anyone can start using these like right now. Here's how it works. 3 steps. First, you define value. From your customer's point of view, what do they actually want? Step 2, you map the flow. Literally just list out every single step it takes from the very beginning to the very end to deliver that value. And then step 3, eliminate the waste. Look at that list of steps and be absolutely ruthless. Is that weekly meeting that goes nowhere really adding value? Does that extra report that nobody ever reads add value? It's kind of like cleaning out a super cluttered garage. You don't need a fancy system. You just need to decide which tools you actually use and then get rid of the junk. So, just like that, we've gone from this super complicated system to a simple mindset with 3 easy rules. And now for the most important part, turning this theory into real action. How do you make this work for you? And this right here, this is the key takeaway. This isn't about some rigid new process you have to follow. It's more like putting on a new pair of glasses. It's a lens that just helps you see your work, your projects, your entire day differently. It helps you spot all the little inefficiencies and find those opportunities to make things just a little bit better everywhere. So let's end on this one simple thought. Forget all the jargon, forget the consultants, just think about your day. Using this simple lens of value versus waste, what is one small thing, one unnecessary step, one pointless meeting, one useless task that you can eliminate today, right now? What's one thing you can do to make your life just a little bit leaner?